YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Keezy. It ain't easy being Keezy, and in today's video, we're gonna go through every single pair of Bapestas that I own. Let's get it. Okay, so I lied. I'm not going through every single one. Only reason why is because I don't have all of them sitting here today. In fact, they don't even fit all on this table. I have some more sitting at home, and I just got too lazy to bring them here. So there's a couple pairs there. And the second thing I wanted to say is that this collection right now is the current collection. This is like the most up-to-date March 2020. I only say that because I buy and sell sometimes, every once in a while, and sometimes I trade with people on Instagram, trade with friends that I have myself. So sometimes the rotation of these kind of changes over time. I'm trying my best to keep, of course, all of the DS pairs, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by talking about these because they're just sitting here. So this pair is the kind of like that Rasta color Jamaica releases that they came out with. These happen to be actually a snakeskin. Bapesta during those times only made so many snakeskin pairs. I think out of this colorway there might have been like 2 or 3 different colorways that they made out of this one. This was my first time ever buying off of Poshmark. I don't know, I mean, I know there's a lot of fakes and stuff that float off of Poshmark that I've seen before, and I've also made an individual video on this pair, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'll link it up top here for you to watch if you want to. But I ended up buying this pair this year because I didn't have that many Bapestas that I was wearing. Like, I own so many of them, but I just don't wear a lot of them. Of course, for obvious reasons, because a lot of Bapestas will basically just fall apart on you. I mean, you can tell here by the toe box, if you look at that right there, like it's kind of ripping right there, and then also here it's also ripping as well. And I bet you if I keep wearing and wearing and wearing these, they're gonna really fall apart. Having to put a Nike insole, I don't know, you can't really see it that well. There's a Nike insole in there. It's red color. It obviously doesn't come with a Nike insole. I put that in there because it didn't come with insoles. And when I got them, they also smelled like cigarettes. It was really nasty. Yeah, they don't smell like cigarettes anymore because I kind of aired them out. But again, really dope pair. I wish I had them in a better condition. I have seen kind of on Grailed and eBay them floating around in better condition. And I'll try my best to, you know, in the future to trade and eventually get another pair of these. But we'll see. Let's move on to the next one. So the next pair I got is this colorway. I don't know where the other one is. I think I dropped it somewhere. There's a really funny story about this pair here. I more recently got back into collecting Bapestas within the past maybe, I'm gonna say 2 years, 2 to 3 years, because I was going through the route of just buying like a whole bunch of Jordan 1s. And I mean, I think that was what everyone was doing in 2016. Like, Jordan 1s ended up being like the hottest shit, right? I mean, like, they made so many different colorways. Everybody was wearing them. Every influencer you know and know now just buys a shit ton of Jordan 1s. And when you think about people's collections, that's all you think about. It's like, oh, like, they have a lot of Nikes. Like, they got Nikes everywhere. And of course, me being who I am, I'm like, I don't want to look like you guys. And I need to, like, start investing my money into things that I actually like, thus Bapestas. And I ended up finding this guy on eBay. Shout out to Dave if you're watching this. And me and Dave found this guy on eBay. And in his description, like, he had like 4 or 5 pairs, right, of Bapestas that were like DS. Like, this is DS, okay? It's really hard to find this colorway, especially in this condition. This is a DS pair. Look at the bubble. The bubble doesn't even have any fog in it. It's actually factory laced too, or maybe he tried it on and put it back really nicely, but factory laced as well, to my understanding. And in his description, he was like, oh, I'm cleaning out my garage and I found like a whole bunch of these Bapestas and I'm letting him go. And he let these go at like $180. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Maybe even less than that. It was a dream come true. I couldn't believe it. And of course, them being authentic too. That is lit. You know what I'm saying? And then I know Dave got a couple of pairs from him too. There's another pair in here too that, oh, I bought from him right here. So this pair I also bought from that same seller on eBay. And to date, this is basically my crispiest pair that I own in Bapestas. Like, there is no other pair that I mean, it came with the box, DS, factory lace. I don't even think this guy put his foot inside. I don't even know what this guy was doing buying these and not even, like, he didn't even wear them. And he's cleaning out his storage and not even caring about them. Like, look at the stitching on the back. Look at that. Man, look how pristine these are. Like, if you even touch the patent leather on here, it is just like the most, oh my, like, I can't even, words can't explain how much I love this pair. Alright, so the next pair I'll talk about, I actually have up here and right here. You have already seen me wear these in a previous video I did about like cargo pants and pants to go with Air Force Ones. But ironically, I just styled them with Bapestas. These are definitely a pair that I've been wearing a lot. Even though like they're an all-white pair. A lot of people, when they talk about, you know, all-white Bapestas, they're like, oh my god, don't wear them. I think in this case, I want to wear them because this is one of the only ones that fit me really well. I don't know why, but these like cut my heel a little bit better than some of these here. So I ended up starting to wear these a lot more. As on the bottom, it's getting a little bit dirty. Definitely not a DS pair. Also, the other thing I'll say about all whites is that when it comes to white Bapes, these get expensive, man. Oh man, god. All white Bapestas get mad expensive. Like some resellers online are really just trying to like literally rape people. I'm not even kidding. Like people will charge $600. I've seen people upwards of $1,200 for all white Bapestas. But all I gotta say is that if you know where to go to get them, then you shouldn't be paying those prices. That's all I'm saying. All right, the next pair we got up, I talked about this in an unboxing. This is the great pair, I believe. It kind of looks like Fanta, like the Fanta colors. I just like the color blocking on this one. I ended up buying it, I think, where did I buy these? Can't remember what website I bought these off of. It was a while ago. I think this was early 2019 or late 2018, I believe. Pretty cool pair. I got it for super cheap, less than $100 because the condition actually is not that great. You see right there, it's kind of ripping. And this is one of the colorways that I used to see when I was in like high school, and I was like, man, I want that, but where the hell do you go buy that kind of stuff? Nor do I even have the money, right? So this pair right here, I ended up getting these more recently. I believe this is part of the purple camo pack. So they did the purple, they did the green, they did like a pink and red. But yeah, this condition is actually really nice. Some of these are kind of collecting a little bit of dust here. This is definitely, like I've already explained in one of my pickup videos, this is definitely an OG pair where Bape is more known for what, you know, this particular colorway. I remember this pair, and I think it was like the green pair and the red and pink pair that was sitting on Flight Club for years. It was sitting on there for years, and I would go on there in my college days and like look at it and I'm like, oh my god, like it would be so cool to own that stuff. And someone eventually bought them. They had them for so expensive though. Flight Club was selling them for like $1,200 or like $600. It was like some crazy amount of money. No, I didn't pay that price because that is ridiculous. But anyways, I own a pair now. I do want to complete the pack. And eventually, maybe in the future, we'll do another video where I show you the complete package. Okay, let's move on. So we got the Superman Bapestas as well. And you got that crispy Superman logo on the back there. Of course, this does come with the package. So let me go ahead and show you. It comes with this package here. I've already made a video about this too, so I'll try to link it for you so you can watch that. Again, Bapestas are always known, especially the Marvel pack back then, like they're always known for like the really nice packaging and just the whole idea of even creating this sneaker inside of like an action figurine type of packaging is like, it's genius. You know, this is pure like creativity, raw creativity from NIGO. Like it doesn't get any better than this type of creativity when it came to Bape. So I just gotta say this right now because, I mean, I've said it a couple times on my channel already, but like people ask me why I don't follow up with like the newer stuff, because sometimes people send me like Bape stuff that happened this year, last year, 2 years ago. I just can't follow up with it anymore because I'm, again, more obsessed with like the older Bapestas, like this actual silhouette of a Bapesta and not the new one. I just can't get into the new one. The new one to me, it just doesn't look like this. You know what I'm saying? And then also like, I think Bape in general just hasn't, they haven't really raised their creativity when it came to their collaborations, because they do a shit ton of collaborations. They do collaboration on collaboration on collaboration. I mean, NIGO is known for that. Bape is notorious for that. Supreme is notorious for that. Fragment is also notorious for that too. But like, me as a fan, as someone that has been promoting and loving Bape since I was in high school, like, you know, I had always been a Bape over Supreme guy ever since I was like little. Like even my parents can vouch to you that I've liked this brand for a long time. But really, if I think about it, I'm really only a fan of NIGO's work, and it's hard to speak on and or get excited over anything that has happened over the years of like past the years of like 2011. Year 2000 to 2010 has so much more effort into it. A lot of the collaborations now are just lazy. They just literally take something, let's just say they collaborate with I don't know, Antisocial Social Club, and then they'll just put their camo on it. And it's like, did you even try? Like there was no effort there. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from like a person that's a true fan. And just to bring it back to this shoe, this Marvel pack was like such a good time for Bape because the creativity that had gone into even just the shoes. And now if you look at the most present Marvel collaboration that Bape did, it was just a bunch of whack t-shirts. Like all of those were whack. Like I mean, if you wear it, no, you know, I mean, you collect those, you know, that's great. I'm not here to like bash on, you know, what you buy and what you collect, but there was no effort. There was no effort in that. They just put little cartoons together and made some screen printed t-shirts, charged $100, and it was like, man, like, do something else. You know what I mean? Like, you could have, I don't know what you could have done, but y'all could, I mean, coming from this whole thing, to manufacture all this and put the effort into making this and like having your logo on the outside, like, bro, like, this is fire. But now it's like, what happened? I don't understand. Next up, we got the Kaws collaboration. There's a ton of Bape and Kaws collaborations. You got that big Kaws logo on the back there. Definitely way more of a discreet pair. What size is this, by the way? These are a 9.5. Big shout out to Locker SF. I ended up buying these at Locker SF. They were literally just sitting on the counter for like 120 or 130 bucks. Like, what? You know, anything under 200 for Kaws Bapestas is crazy. This is definitely a good decision. There's no doubt about that. All right, the next pair we got up, quite controversial for some, but I really don't give a shit about your opinion. I know sometimes I post this on my Snapchat. Sometimes I have comments on the video that I made about these, and people are like, oh my god, those are fake and blah 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 blah. Like, yo, like, I understand, yes, these are custom. These are custom from the alleged Virgil Off-White Bapesta collaboration that was supposed to happen but never did. And I'm assuming why it never happened is because Bape is probably not allowed to re-release this silhouette, so it probably never happened for those reasons. But it's a sick shoe. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I literally have people DMing me like, why do you put those on? Like, why did you buy those and this and that? Like, blah 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 blah. Like, yo, like, I don't understand this idea of messaging someone you know or don't know, telling them what they should buy. You know, I don't even tell you what to buy on my channel. I recommend shit and I say, hey, you know, this worked for me, this might work for you. But never do I ever like purposely message someone to tell them that their shit is whack, or like, oh my god, like, this shit is fake, and blah. Like, bro, calm your shit. It's my money. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do with my own money, and I personally think that these are nuts, but definitely a collector's. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's move on. I have been wearing these in a lot of my other videos. This pair, like I've already mentioned in one of my pickup videos, is almost damn near the same thing as this pair. They look basically the same thing except added blue color on this one, and then this is kind of like an opposite of like toe box color. But again, another really cool pair. I mean, this is a patent leather, but the patent leather on these is so much different than the previous patent leathers that Bape had come out with. And every once in a while I wear these for like the how to style videos that I do. I think it's a really like good combination with like an all black outfit and what have you. Not going to talk too much about this one. Next one we got up is the Pharrell Roadstas. These are not Bapestas, but these are Roadstas. The only thing I don't like about this pair, even though it's like supposedly DS, the back is crazy frosted up. Pretty frosted, right? Anyways, but I do love the logo on the back of Pharrell's face on there. Anyways, moving on. You've already seen me wear these in previous videos. Definitely one of my most favorite pairs because I actually get to wear this one, and it's actually fairly comfortable. I ended up wearing these for a full day the first time going to the NDS event. I'll try to link it up top for you to watch that. I thought these were going to start falling apart on me, but I don't think they will. Guess 2014? I love them because it's all white, and then you got that really big metallic star. Nice pair. The quality is actually very good on this one, even though, say, Bape on the side here instead of saying ape on the side. So you see the difference there for people that are unaware of what the difference is. So the ape ones, to my knowledge, are made prior to 2010-ish, 2010, 2011. After 2011, my guess is also when NIGO had his last 2 or 3 years being a designer at Bape, he ended up changing the sole, and then it just says Bape on it now. Anyways, it doesn't really make that crazy of a difference. And they also started fucking up the stitching in the back. Like, the stitching quality after 2011 basically started to be ass, in my humble opinion. Of course, collecting all of these Bapes here, I do like the stitching quality of something like this. Hold on, let me see if I can get that. So the stitching quality on this is so much more clear. Like the wording on it, and also the R that's above the Bape. You know, maybe I'm being picky, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, all right, next pair we got up. I bought these Did I get these on Grailed? I can't remember. I think I got these on Grailed. The condition is okay. Oh, this is also one thing that was about the shoes that was just super confusing. So, only one of the bubbles are are frosted. Like, what? How did that happen? Like, did you only wear one of the shoes? Or did you, like, leave one of the shoes out of the shoebox and the other one, like, you know, is it like, how did you take care of only one of them? That doesn't make any sense to me. You know, and all the rest of the shoe, though, is also all the same condition, so I have no idea how that happened, the person that ended up selling these to me. Are these my size? These are actually my size. I could probably wear these if I really wanted to, but nah, I don't really know if I want to do that. So the next pair I got up, I ended up getting these off of Instagram from a seller. And the bubbles are actually nice. Let me show you here. I do have a couple pet peeves about these, and my pet peeve about these is that they're too small. I usually try to buy sizes like 9.5 to 11.5, or like ideally 10 to 11.5, because they just look better on display, and also it remains consistent with the other pairs that I have here, because typically all of these pairs are about the same size. Not my size, but in the same size, because I more collect than I wear. But this pair in particular, I got a little hard up because I was like, I've never had a chance to buy these, and I'd always seen them. I think this I can't remember what year this was. Was it like 2012 maybe? Correct me in the comments if you remember what year these were. But man, when these came out, this is a pair when it came out, I was like, I have been waiting for Bape to make this pair, even though I had no money to buy it. And I saw them online and it was in my cart, and I was like, I have no money. Like, I don't have any money. I just want these so bad. Because like for a black and white shoe, especially a Bape, it's really hard to find like an all white sole, a white star. You got that little bit of balance of white on the back as well. White laces. Like, they just look so fire. Like, if these were my size, oh my god, like it would be over. It'd be over. Like, I would be NIGO. You know, it's like I would be a bathing ape. And that is also the same problem with this shoe. So these two Roadstas are kind of like in the same family of like colorway. They're also the same size. So this is a size 8. This is also a size 8. I didn't get hard up with these, but I ended up going down to LA, and there was a shop down there that sells a whole bunch of Bapes. I'm not going to say their name because I don't like their customer service. It's not the greatest. They did have a deal. They had a deal on these. They have more new Bape than they have old Bape. The bubbles on the back actually look pretty good. Stars looking really nice as well. This colorway in particular I like because the balance of the colors. You got this white sole here, and then you got this like black toe box type of thing, and then it's an all red shoe, which I don't really own that many red Bapestas. I have like only a couple. And then also you can hit with the star really well. I think that brings up a good like topic to talk about, because when it comes to Bapes, like I think people sometimes think like I buy any Bapesta. Like no, I definitely do not buy any Bapesta. I try my best, let me give you a good example here, to buy Bapestas that have the star that are like more prominent. Like how you see how like the star here, super prominent, and then the star here, you can definitely, like if you're wearing it, you can definitely see that you have the star. It makes sense to spend your money on pairs where you can see the star, contrary to not seeing the star. Because, I mean, you spend that kind of money, if you want people to know you got Bapes on, that's just what it is. That's the reality of it. All right, moving on. So I ended up buying these 2018, and the bubbles on the back are actually really nice. Let's go back there. Stars looking really nice too. This is like the Yeezy like remake Kanye colorway basically. So you down on the bottom you got a glow in the dark sole, you have white, and then on the inside you have red. Only downside to this pair is it didn't come with insoles. I mean, it doesn't bug me that much hard because I'm not gonna wear them. They are a 9.5. They're not my size, but if it came with insoles, it would have been a lot better. It also didn't come with a box, so I ended up getting these very cheap. But I'll tell you a really small story about this pair. So this is like a Timberland type of Bapesta. I know Nike Air Force One has also had their take on this. It doesn't have a beige undersole like this, but they do have like a matching sole on the Nike Air Force One. But on the Bapestas, they ended up making these, and I think they dropped something similar to this more than a couple times. But I've owned this pair since 2006, 7, long time ago. And I bought this because at the time I had no Bapestas that I could wear. I had a couple that I wasn't really willing to wear, and I was like, I need a pair of Bapes that are actually a good color, like a decent color, and they're not patent leather. And these are not patent leather, as you can tell. And I need one that's kind of cheap. And I need it, if I wear it, it's not going to get that dirty. and I ended up with this pair here. Only unfortunate thing is I ended up growing out of this pair. It is a size 10. I wish it was a 10.5. It's not a 10.5. On the back there is actually not stitching. It's like this embossed logo of Bape. And then you got your star right there. Next pair we got up is a pair of, I call these the Bape Clydes, all right? I call these the Bape Clydes because they're supposed to be basically the same exact thing as a Puma Clyde. I know there's another name for these. You know, Dave knows the other name for these. I'm glad I'm having the chance to make this video now because he's gonna buy these off of me. I got so excited like a week ago because I found these online on Instagram on someone that I chat back and forth with about Bapestas, and he had a pair of these, and the condition is basically brand new. It's DS, fire pair of Bape Clydes. That's what I call them. You can call them whatever else you want to call them, okay? I found them and I was like, oh my god, fire, I need it right now. And I finally got it in the mail. I tried it on. As you can tell, I unlaced them right there, and it doesn't fit me, and it's like just a little bit too tight. And I was like, oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Like, all this time I've been wanting these shoes, and I finally get them because it's like a very perfect everyday sneaker. Everyday Bape sneaker. It can get dirty. It doesn't really matter. I've owned a pair of these back in like my high school, college days. I wore those to death too. Those don't fit me anymore, and I thought that these would fit me, and they don't freaking fit me. And it's a DS pair, and I was just so, I was worked up about it. And then I texted Dave, and I'm like, hey, here, yeah, I know you're gonna want these. So anyways, yeah, very dope pair. I don't know why I saved this for last because I don't even like this pair that much, and it's not that I don't like the colorway, but it's more so because of the condition of these. And I was just super mad about this person who ended up sending this pair of Bapestas to me because, like, look at the difference between this box. Like, this one's yellow, and I understand, I saw it in the pictures, like, okay, yes, it's yellow, but like, I don't know what he did. Maybe he left it in the sun, maybe he like dipped it in Coca-Cola, I have no idea. But this one is the, you know, the actual color of it is supposed to be clear. It's like a clear plastic. And it, like, this turned out, like, how did that even happen? You know what I mean? Like, anyways. So, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I don't know. I don't think there's any other pair. Alright, and my last words about this video is that I held off so long to make this video because I don't know, when it comes to like making like streetwear content, because, you know, a lot of streetwear content these days, maybe even some of my older stuff is probably kind of cringe, where it's like, it's usually just pickups and unboxings. It's like vlogs, pickups, unboxings, vlogs, pickups, unboxings, repeat, rinse and repeat. And like, that's usually the process of it. And a lot of it can come across as if it's like, oh, I'm showing off all the stuff I have, instead of something more so like in the Franelations area. Franelations will show you his, you know, SB collection, and it's he's not trying to stunt. You can tell that this dude really had a passion for this stuff because he buys SBs that have no exclusivity. You know, ironically, Bapestas in general, from the beginning, even now, depending on the pair, has a lot of exclusivity to it too. But like, there's even some pairs and colorways now that are worth shit. They're really just not worth anything, right? Because the colorway sucks, whatever. Like, there's still tiers to buying some of this stuff. And I gotta say, like, for this past 2 to 3 years, I've just been buying as many as I can. And I've had quite a few people message me asking me if I'm going to make this video, because people are pretty curious and they want to know and they want to see this stuff, and I get it and I understand. So it's hard to say. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys and girls keep it locked right here for all your latest information from clothing, music to culture, and Bapestas. I'm out. Peace.
You want to do, and it's just gonna take a minute, but it's gonna work out. Like if you try to cut corners and you put costumes on to do shit, yeah, you gonna get straight, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? And how you feel when you do this shit for you, 100% for you. You could grind and stay up for 5 or 6 days and not really be tired because it's for you.